So we are going to talk about this Linux boot process. Once BIOS knows that, okay, my OS is available in hard drive or network or CD-ROM, then BIOS call assistant and ask him to go ahead and load the OS from that location to the system. So what does it do? So what is the name of BIOS assistant? So BIOS assistant is named as a bootloader. So bootloader is an assistant to BIOS, and as soon as BIOS knows that my OS is available at a particular location, immediately it calls bootloader and tells him, boss, go ahead and load the OS. So what is the role of the bootloader? So it's very clear. Bootloader goes ahead and load the OS from that particular location, either from hard drive or network or CD-RAM into the system, right? But how does BIOS knows where is the bootloader situated? Because BIOS has to knock the door of the assistant to tell him, oh, go ahead now. Now you have to wake up and do this job for me. So typically, bootloader is stored in the storage device, which is part of the system at a particular location, which is called MBR, Master Boot Record. MBR stands for Master Boot Record. So bootloader resides there. So what happens? As soon as BIOS is activated and knows where is the OS, it knocks the door of the MBR and wakes up the bootloader. Okay, and what does bootloader do? Bootloader immediately wakes up because bootloader knows where is the OS lying, because BIOS has already told him that OS is available in hard drive or network CD-ROM. So bootloader simply goes to their location and loads the OS into the memory. Okay, and not only it loads the OS into the memory, it also loads some of the necessary device drivers into the memory. So what is device driver? So any device which is connected to any peripherals which is connected to your system, either from outside or internally, they need to have a device driver to run, to manage those devices, right? So some of the necessary device drivers are being loaded by bootloader as well. Okay, so that's how the things happen in step 6. Okay, so we got to know what is step 1, switch on the power. Step 2, firmware is loaded from non-volatile memory, which is BIOS. And the step 3, BIOS runs post, which is hardware diagnostic test. Step 4, it tries to find out my things are working fine, CPU, RAM, storage are okay. And step 5, it finds out where is my OS lying, and then knocks the door of a bootloader from MBR location. And then as a step 6, bootloader loads the OS into the memory and the necessary device drivers also. Okay.